What's going on, everybody? What's poppin'? Popcorn? Not just kidding, it's Sakura Succubus 4, and if you're new to this channel, please smash the subscribe button, like, comment down below, and let's get back to the game. Yeah! It's a type of bacteria commonly found in the mouth and the butt. So somebody giving a blumpkin or something, I don't know. Don't search for that unless you're 18 above. Oh my. Oh my! Oh. My god, I'm old. Ifumi looks only mildly bemused, but Ayu's face is even hotter than a furnace. I bet you could cook a Korean barbecue on her... Am I correct? Am I correct with KBBQ on her cheeks? How do you know about that? I was looking up cosplay ideas the other day, and you decided you were going to cosplay a sexy bacterium? Why not? It would be interesting. Other girls cosplay sexy boats or sexy King Arthur. That is true, I guess, but why bacterium? I like bacteria. They're cute. Like hell they are, you weirdo. Ayu snorts a line of coke. Just kidding. And takes a seat at the table. Are you gonna plate up the food, Ifumin? I'd like to eat some time during this century, but don't give me too much rice. I need to watch my figure. If you're worried about your weight, you could always come jogging with me. And try to keep pace with you? No thanks, no bueno. You're built like an Amazon and I'm meant to be a cute, delicate idol. Why did I read it like that? I don't know. Delicate idol. Sides, you're too annoying to spend more than 5 minutes with. Am I annoying? I guess so. You're very annoying. If you're worried about your weight and you don't want to exercise, you could swallow a tapeworm instead. They absorb nutrients from your gut so you can eat a lot but keep slender. They're very useful. And they're cute too. No, I don't really hate worms. But it's like, what if they become... It's like, what if insects, worms, and all the good stuff become giants and we're small? Yeah, I don't want to imagine that. That sounds terrifying. And... no, it is a terrifying reality to be in. So no bueno. What is with you and finding weird things cute? You must have worms in the brain. Who has worms? Marina is the last to enter the living room. Why did I pause that? Marina is the last to enter the living room. She's wearing her white sundress and her hair looks neat and silky. She casts an eye about the room, taking us in, then rests her gaze upon Ayu. Grinning, she says, "Do you have worms, Ayu?" No, I do not have worms. Alright everybody, let's settle down. Ayu is right, we shouldn't discuss such matters now. You can resume your conversation about worms later. It does seem very interesting, but for the present, I would appreciate it if we could eat breakfast. Ifumi plates up our food and brings it to the table, and we'll soon begin to eat. This is good. Oh god, I just choked on my own spit. Cosmo shovels rice into her mouth with her chopsticks, her face flushed with pleasure. It's delicious. I'm in heaven. You could try to eat a bit more cleanly. You got food stuck to your cheeks. Let me. Ayu picks up her napkin, then reaches across the table to clean Cosmo's face. Aw, sisterly love. Let me adjust my position here. A more comfortable one. I need to buy an ergonomic chair. Damn. Cosmos doesn't squirm away from Ayu's attentions. She sits patiently, her chopsticks aloft, as Ayu wipes and occasionally tuts. There, much better. You look almost presentable now, were it not for your questionable fashion choices. I still don't understand the appeal of those ears, they make you look infantile. But your stage costume is way frillier and more childish than anything I wear, Ayu. No, it isn't. My stage clothes exist to accentuate my beauty. They're unparalleled. Now, this argument sounds pretty familiar. I've heard it before. At the train station, when the pair of us were leaving the ryokan. I think that was Sakura Succubus 2. These two always argue. But I think they must care for one another. If they didn't, I wouldn't fuss over Cosmos as she does. And Cosmos wouldn't insist upon their being friends. It's a shame Ayu's too prickly to admit she might ever like anybody. While Ayu and Cosmos bicker, Hifumi turns to me and posits a question. Oopsie, would you care to go for a walk with me later? It's a beautiful day and I thought I might like to see some more of the beach. Or maybe the cliffs. I think it would be nice to stretch my legs. And it would be nicer still if you joined me, Hiroki. If that's what you want, then sure, I don't mind tagging along. It'd be my pleasure. Wonderful. Wonderbab, Sorry, Hifumi beams. We could bring a picnic too, if you like. You certainly seem to be enjoying my cooking, and I very much enjoying cooking for you. There is some leftover rice from breakfast, so I could make some rice balls. And she'd be garbling some other kind of balls. Hey, and maybe rolled egg omelets? Omelets. Yeah, that's all pretty classic picnic fare, yeah. It's the sort of stuff my mother used to put in my lunchbox at school. Now I feel kinda nostalgic. Can you do ginger chicken or Hamburg steak? I can make almost anything. I can make almost anything. The fridge is stocked full of ingredients and it would be a shame to waste them. Tell me your requests if you have them and I shall turn them into reality. That's so cool. You kind sound like a mage. I am a succubus. I do know 1 or 2 spells. But when it comes to cooking, I prefer to use my own 2 hands. No cheating. The only magic I need is my love for Hiroki. Wow! Wow! Spoken like a true housewife. Your devotion's so bright and glittery, my eyes are starting to tear up. Tear up. Confusing, same spelling, different pronunciation. I'd love a cute waifu to cook for me too. I'm tempted to invite myself along on your little picnic. But I had Hiroki to myself a bunch the other day and I wouldn't want to cramp your style. And I still want to get some more jogging done. Would you mind saving me some of your ginger chicken though? Of course I wouldn't mind. I can make extra chicken if you want some. It would be my pleasure. Nothing makes me happier than feeding others. A Yasuo main, or maybe a Yoru player in Valorant? Alright. Hazel punches her fist in the air in celebration while Ayu pretends to gag. You act way too nice, Ifumi, and you're giving me a sugar overdose here. Oh dear, I did not think my miso soup was particularly sweet, but perhaps I made a mistake. I think your food is wait, my bad. I think your food is delicious, Ifumi. Pay Ayu no heed. She's just jealous because you can ply Hiroki with food and she cannot. I've heard rumors about her culinary skills, or lack of, and it is truly tragic. She even burns cereal. Really? Is that true? That was only one time. It was just a mistake. That's one hell of a mistake to make. How'd you even do that? I don't know. It's not my fault. It's my maid's for taking the day off work. I don't need to cook and clean because she does it all for me. I'm too famous to fuss about making my own food. Ayu turns her nose up in the air, arms crossed, while Marina smirks. How hopeless you are, dear Ayu. I'm very busy myself, but even I know the basics. You really do have nothing to offer, save your foul temper. Now I think I will join Hifumi and Hiroki on their walk. I have no desire to stay here and babysit your squabbling children. Is that alright, Hifumi? Oh, so now it's them tagging Hiroki, if you know what I'm saying, if you catch my drift. Get your mind in the gutter, eh? I do not mind at all, but what about you, Hiroki? Do you have any objections? Of course not. I like spending time with all of you. That's the safest answer I've ever heard. But of course you do. I am irresistible after all. Foo. And so is my food. Perhaps I will make some cute apple bunnies too, and maybe some cookies. I would love to feed them to you, Hiroki, perhaps while you are lying on my lap. Nothing would make me happier than that. Oh wait, it's not. Nothing would make me happier than that. Oh, wait. It takes about an hour, but Hifumi, Marna, and I finally crest the summit of this hill. From our vantage point, the rest of the beach is sprawled beneath us like a patchwork. All golden sand and azure sea. The hike was a challenging one, but the view more than makes up for it, as does Hifumi's cooking. Here you are, dear. Say ah. Hifumi offers me a piece of rolled egg omelette, pinched between her chopsticks. I oblige, my eyes falling shut, and Hifumi pops a piece of omelette into my mouth. And what about them? What are they gonna eat? Some sausages? Oh yeah! I chew it on, savoring its soft, fluffy texture. It feels like biting into clouds. The trick to making fluffy eggs is to not overcook them, or while in its soft state, it's a French omelette pretty much. Yeah, it's what I'm saying. If you want it to be fluffy. Getting back to the game, I'm left with a somewhat sweet aftertaste when I swallow. It's Moorish, and I'm already craving more of Hirofumi's cooking. But she makes cooking look so easy, but I know a lot of effort goes into every single one of her dishes. She's incredibly thorough, and she made all of this for my sake. The picnic spread is laid out on the tartan blanket we brought with us. The picnic spread is laid out on the tartan blanket we brought with us. Hifumi really pulled out the stops, and it shows. There's a huge array of different dishes. All of them staples for any lunchbox. In addition to the rolled egg omelets, Hifumi also made rice balls, the ginger chicken and Hamburg steak I requested, octopus wieners, sauteed eggplant, and all sorts of the other side dishes. This is typical Japanese food, you know, not very specialized. This is like her classic default food for picnic. If you have the money, you have all of the above, as you know what Hifumi did. If you don't, you only pick some of it. Usually rice balls and maybe some octopi sausage wiener thingamabobs. I don't know. I doubt I'll be able to eat all of this, but it's so good. I'm tempted to try. Do you like it, dear? I ain't no deer, I'm a human. Just kidding. I love it. Goodness, they're so complimentary. I really do appreciate it. Check. Let me just check the time. It's 11 minutes and 40 seconds. Let's get it. Hifumi giggles coyly while cupping her cheek with one hand. Alas, I'm only too aware of my shortcomings. The egg omelets are not perfectly even, and I use a bit too much oil. So it's a little bit oily, I guess. I will have to be more careful next time. You mean you can make food that tastes even better than this? I can hardly credit it. Her cooking's so good already. If it leveled up even more, I'd run the risk of turning into a real glutton. A fat ass. I can't stuff myself on Hifumi's cooking all day. Maybe I should take up jogging with Hazel. It's a hell to wake up so early, but it might be a necessity if I don't want to pack on the pounds. Is there anything you would like to sample next? Perhaps a Hamburg steak? I've been eyeing that up for a while. Yeah, you know me too well. I only know you as well as any wife should know her husband. Hifumi picks up the mini steak deftly in her chopsticks with the fluid motion of one who plays competitive karate, then offers it to me. I peck the steak from the chopsticks like a bird might while Marina watches. You fawn over Hiroki too much, Hifumi. You're spoiling him. Perhaps I am, but how can I help it? When I love somebody, I want only to make them happy. There's nothing more important to me than Hiroki's happiness. That's very sweet. But did you ever stop to consider that it is because of your pampering Yui turned out so selfish? Oh, no! Hifumi sets her chopsticks down and frowns. That did not occur to me. No, I did not realize. But perhaps there is a grain of truth in what you say. What you say? Yui is my cousin and I care for her deeply. I was so relieved when she agreed to ascend the throne in my place. I was perhaps too fawning in our subsequent interactions. I wish to become a trusted advisor she could rely on, more akin to a big sister than an official figure. But I fear I was too lax with her. I let her get away with many petty cruelties, which slowly began to escalate. It's alright, Hifumi. Yui can be a bit difficult, but she's not all bad. She's not as possessive as she used to be. She's mellowed out a lot. Thank you for consoling me, Hiroki. It is very kind of you, though if you were to hold a grudge, I understand. If I had done a better job as Yui's mentor, I doubt she would have subjected you to the torments that she did. I'm responsible for all that occurred in the succubus realm, however indirectly, and I have felt some degree of guilt about it. Perhaps that is why I'm so determined to pamper you. I have been overcompensating and I never realized it. My affection is not stifling, is it not? Stifling, not stifling. That's stiff. For me, I'ma be straight here. I ain't no simp. You can be a bit intense sometimes. Am I correct, everybody? Yeah. But it's fine now. We are on vacation. You should be allowed to relax every once in a while. Are you sure? Hifumi looks at me and assents. Asani? Desani? What is this? Her eyes wide? I'm not being a bother, am I? Not right now, no. This would only be a problem if we were in public, but we're not. Feel free to dote on me. Dot on me. Doting. I smile, a touch, a bash. Though being fed by you is a bit embarrassing. It makes me feel like I'm being pampered by my mother. Though I guess Ifumi is very motherly, it is part of her personality. Then I should continue to fawn over you, if you do not mind. That is simply how I am. And if Ifumi shifts closer to me, then presses her chest against my arm, and you know what else I'll be pressing? Ending this video right here. If you're new to this channel, please feel free to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I believe this is episode 22? Oh god, I think I'm incorrect. If I'm incorrect, I'll be seeing you in the next episode of Sakura Succubus 4. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. I don't know if I already said that. If I did, I'm sorry. Thanks for watching. Bye.